All right, speaking of rock star status, we're going to bring up to the stage next one of Dayton's own musicians. Y'all put your hands together for Zack!
He's right, I am a musician. Hold on.
You can use that microphone if you want to.
As everybody's been joking. Oh my god, this one's so hot.
Actually, can you bend the other mic down
This
so
one?
it's not in the middle of the
Yeah.
frame? You know, things you have to think of for YouTube.
YouTube is a thing, an important thing at that. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to read the funny one first or second. Probably first. I have new shit. Link can still smell it. And as I pull this up, I will say thank you, Jonathan, for acknowledging that I'm a musician who hasn't actually played music for a very long time, but that's going to change, and when it does, you guys will be the first to know, because I'll probably be playing here in Yellow Cab with Evan. Yay. Precursor comment to the first poem. Who here has heard of Turner Classic Movies? Okay, just checking. It's contextual. You need to know. This poem is called, and I normally don't title my shit, A Typical Night for the Insomniac Poet. It is almost 4 a.m. I've been drifting in and out of sleep with Turner Classic Movies on TV since a little after 3 a.m., muted so that I can listen to the sounds of the night, like my half a dozen outdoor cats coming and going, or the family of raccoons absolutely annihilating the bowls of kitten chow on the porch. As I fell asleep earlier, they were running a super old Tupperware commercial in between movies. Cute, I thought. Kinda neat. I dozed off. Minutes later, I roll over, and what to my wandering eyes should appear on the TV screen but dinosaurs. Crudely drawn, some kind of old animation. The camera pans away from a disgruntled brontosaurus and zooms in on a real-life volcano in the middle of erupting before finally fading away into a scene of an oil rig as the sun sets. Construction workers tip their hard hats towards the dimming horizon. What the hell is this movie, I think to myself. Oh, little did I know. You see, for a moment, I thought that this was the beginning of some bizarre and overdramatic 60s movie. I also played with the idea that this was another old commercial for a gas station or an oil company. But alas, as I stared in awe, half asleep, too confused and amused to bother unmuting the volume or checking the TV guide, all of a sudden, I witnessed a silhouette of something new ascending into the foreground. A pyramid? No, a stack of something. Is that... Oh my god, it is! It's Tupperware! It's still the fucking Tupperware commercial! What the hell is going on? I chuckled out loud to my empty living room. Man, I guess they were trying to convey that all of existence inevitably led to Tupperware. That's kind of funny. I thought, rolling over on my couch to fall back asleep. 10, 15 minutes pass. I get up to fluff my pillow and turn on the fan. The screen entices my gaze, begs for it. This time it's alchemy and men in lab coats. I swear to God, I almost say out loud. I sit up. Clock gears, close-ups of machines, guest tours of quality control backrooms. I will not unmute the TV because I know exactly what I'm looking at, but I refuse to accept it. Business suits, conference rooms, fade to black. I can already see the silhouettes forming, and God damn it, it's still the Tupperware commercial. Twice now, on this rainy October night, I have been baited into thinking that an interesting movie is about to start. Twice, I have been lulled into a false sense of security, only to be snapped back into cruel reality by an imposing stack of BPA-ridden polycarbonate nightmare fuel. I just want to go to bed. But I can't now, not after becoming this invested. As I write this, I'm witnessing men and women joined in song, clinking glasses and wearing sombreros. Still the Tupperware commercial. Now it seems to be a wedding ceremony. Still the Tupperware commercial. I suspect I'll blink and see hundreds of salmon leaping from rapid currents, their lives cut short by hungry bears waiting upon the land, and it'll still be the fucking Tupperware commercial. Tupperware is inevitable. What is going on? Who did this? Will my dreams be of Tupperware? Will I wake up in the morning haunted by mountains of Tupperware at my bedside? Will this Tupperware commercial ever end? I don't know, but I can tell you all one thing for certain, and that is that the first chance I get, I'm buying a whole damn set. And that's what you call effective advertising. It's just one of those situations where, like, the next day I woke up and I'm like, that wasn't, like, that weird. But it was, like, 4 in the fucking morning, and I'm like, what's going on? This is like a fever dream. Anyways, the next poem is new, untitled shit that I wrote today and typical sad Zack shit. Yeah! What Jonathan said. This first part actually happened and it was neat, so enjoy. I watched the full moon high in the sky as I drove home this evening, and I could see the still setting sun in my rear view mirror. If I relaxed my gaze just right, I could actually see them both at once. Fascinating, this momentary marriage of day and night. I knew the eclipse was coming, but this moment made it real, made it permeable, as if I could roll down my windows, reach out, and take the great luminaries within my grasp. So too do people eclipse one another sometimes. Perhaps if you and I get too close, we will cast a shadow upon the earth, robbing others of light to bask in our own. And perhaps if we drift so far apart that the planet could fit between us, we will become as the day and the night ourselves, separate halves but somehow inseparable, in perfect opposition yet whole, connected. For the twilight cannot exist if I do not first sink beneath the horizon, and the morning cannot exist if you do not first dance in darkness among the stars. You see, we cast shadows like cycles. We dance in circles like an orbit, never too close for comfort, never so far to break apart. And darling, the world we've built between ourselves is enough to make all of heaven spin, and yet the sun and the moon never actually touch, never actually unite. Not even in the illusion of a rear-view mirror glimpse or a functional relationship. I learn more each day about that which is illusory. We are all connected, yet so easily disengaged. We are all connected, yet so easily we forget. And I know that come day or night, snow or blossoms, I can exist without you. We can exist without each other. We can, but in a way we don't. Because no matter where you go, I know that pieces of me come along with you. And there are pieces of you I carry with me, though I fear if they are beyond repair. Impossible to reassemble, impossible to recognize, still I carry them. And to all that hear these words, you know too that broken things are still things. Scattered bones of what was once whole, fractured but everlasting. And that means us too. For not one of us here is completely undamaged, and not one of us here has vacant closets or empty baggage, and although the things that haunt our hallways and burden our pockets are not always born from darkness or despair, they still weigh us down, for sometimes circumstance is dreadfully heavy. In the end, though, nothing can be entirely obliterated. Nothing molded from love, anyways. Someone once told me that love never dies, never goes away. And not just the realest love or the deepest love, but any love is infinite. And that which is touched by such love is changed forever. What I'm saying is, I'm changed forever. And I know you are too. And whether it is the bright reflections of reality that catch my gaze, or the cold shards of it beyond the peripheral, I can never doubt this, and I can never forget this, try as I may. Thank you.